Hello everyone, so here's yet another sketchbook tour. Right now I don't have the time to do any other type of videos, and I also bought new equipment. Well, it's not that luxurious, but I bought new stuff to be able to film better. But as I don't have time right now to post any other video. I really enjoy this sketchbook. So the cover and the other cover, what's it called? I forgot. The opposite side of the cover. It's filled with stickers. They were from a website, from a shop that isn't too ethical, so I'm not going to share where they're from. Some of them were given by my students because I was an art teacher, so some of them are from my students. And what I wanted to do with this sketchbook, I've used this type of sketchbook a lot in like 2020 till 2022, and it's very bad quality. The paper is very bad quality, and I used to do so many bad sketches and bad drawings in them. You can see it in my other sketchbook tour where it's like my worst sketchbooks, and some of them were in these sketchbooks, but I really liked it because it looked like a true sketchbook with like the black cover, hardcover, and yeah, that's why I liked it. But in reality, the paper is really, really bad, and I bought a lot of them, so that's why I still have them, even though right now I wouldn't buy them or use them anymore. So basically the reason why I had this sketchbook was to be able to be more free and to do drawings that I wouldn't normally want to do in very good quality paper. So it's just like practices and stuff like that drawings that I feel bad doing in good quality paper, because I always feel like good quality paper, I should use it for products like, like materials like watercolors and stuff like that can take it. And obviously this notebook cannot, but I like how bad quality stuff really pushes you to be very creative and really make the most out of it. And I think that's what I did with this one. Also to prove to myself how much I've improved, because the first ones, you can see it in my worst sketchbooks, they were so bad. And I know I've said it so many times and it's kind of annoying right now because it's even annoying for me, but I wasn't artistic and I didn't like the way that the sketchbook as a whole looked, but I really love how this one looks. I really like the drawings that I did. So yeah, I'm very excited to show you the drawings that are in the sketchbook. And without further ado, oh my goodness, I can't talk. Anyways, you get the point. Let's get started. Okay, so here I have some Care Bear stickers. I wanted to put them on a phone case and it didn't work, so I just placed them here. But usually the first pages I don't use. Then this first page was inspired by the Wings Club, because I was obsessed with their art style. And I loved the sketch so much that I was like, I don't want to ruin it. So I traced it and then colored it in the next page. And then these next ones are like fashion drawings that I didn't really like how they turned out. This page with colored pens, I also didn't like how it turned out. These first pages, I don't really like. It was going really badly until it went well. Okay, so this page is actually inspired by a drawing from one of my students. They had to draw a girl and she drew the style in which she drew it was so inspiring. I was like, oh my goodness, I love that. And I tried to kind of emulate it. And I would love to have that type of style that is so distinctive and you just see one of the drawings that you already know, oh, this is from this artist and stuff like that. So I really like it, but it wasn't my style. Like, I tried to do it and I like it, but I wouldn't keep it, so yeah. Then some princesses and these ones which I don't like. And as this sketchbook was not going very well, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do an ugly drawings pages. So like the point is for it to be ugly, so I kind of like feel a bit more free. And I think I succeeded. And then I was not in an art block necessarily, but I wasn't really feeling like painting. So these are with soft oil pastels and they're very random and just to express myself. And I really enjoyed doing them, even though they're kind of ugly. And then they pressed onto each other and became even uglier. Then this Christmas tree was an idea for my students, but we didn't end up doing doing it. And then these grapes, I enjoyed doing them so much. The process was so cool, and actually the drops of water are so easy to do, and it's so cool because for non-artistic people or like non-artists, the drops of water are so like impressive, and they're so easy to do. So it was really fun. It's not too realistic because the colors are too saturated, and I remember my mom couldn't tell that they were grapes. I mean, now you can tell because there's the shape, but before it was finished, my mom couldn't tell they were grapes because of the colors. Then I tried more fruits and veggies, but didn't really like how they were turning out. This one I hate. This one I also don't really like. This one I hate. It's a fail. This one in blue is actually looks a bit nicer. I do like it. Then purple, fine. These ones I like. They're random sketches. And now we get to the point where I really, really enjoyed it. So this sketchbook is going to have this type of drawings where I would go on Pinterest and just use whatever reference that I wouldn't normally use either, like things that I deemed as hard, but I had no pressure because I was doing it I got new brush pens, like for line art, and I really liked it. And if you've seen my videos, you've seen how much I like to talk about line variation, and it's so much easier to do line variation with those type of brushes. So I was really excited, and I just wanted to like freely do these sketches and then also make them look cohesive. And because this paper is very bad quality paper, I did it in one page and then left the other page blank, so it's just on one side. And I really, really enjoyed it. I really like the way that they look. I've practiced and improved so much just by doing like the eye and hand coordination and being able to draw more what I see, and I just really like how they look. So this one is the first page. Then this one, yeah, I just really like how they look, and it's just so random. I would literally pick random pictures that I wouldn't normally use because to spend too much time doing them would have been annoying. I really like this guy. I wrote obsessed because I love the way his smile looks and everything. So yeah, I really, really enjoy this practice, and I would highly recommend it. So like if you can see in this page, they're not that good. Like the dresses are fine, the Sabrina Carpenter at the bottom is fine, but I don't really like it that much. But I still like the spread, which is so nice. And then more, I just really like these drawings. I don't know, maybe they're not that good, or you're like, oh, it's not that impressive, but I really like it. I really enjoy doing them, and then like using the brush pen and then applying more pressure for it to be thicker, and not being able to erase it, and not being able to do, or not that I wasn't able to, but I didn't want to do a sketch before. It was just like what I draw, I had to draw, and that's it. And that actually really improved how I see it, and becoming better at drawing without having to do so much to make so many sketches before, like sketch lines and stuff like that. This, I think it's a daffodil, I'm not sure, but this flower I really like. Then this one is inspired by a picture I took, or not. I don't know, it looks a lot like me, but I think it was from Pinterest because I don't have that dress. So anyways, I'm not sure, and I liked it so much that I did it again. This one looks even more like me. And I got once a friend told me that I look like my drawings, and that's like the best compliment. I really like that because obviously I think my drawings look very good, so it's like, thank you. And again, I liked it so much that I had to also redo it for coloring it. More random girls and a cat. I'm so bad at drawing cats. And also a flower, more flowers, more girls. I just really enjoyed doing this. These, oh my goodness, blueberries? I think it was blueberries. I really enjoyed doing it because creating the depth with just the lines looking thicker, it's so much fun, and it's something that might be so basic, but I didn't know before, and it really improves your art. And then I also like J. Scott Campbell, I think it's his name, his art style. So I also got inspired, for instance, in this page, to kind of copy his style and try to find mine in between all of the styles that I like. This one of Musa, I love the way that the t-shirt, I don't know, skirt, dress thing looks. I love the way that I used the color pencils to line it, to do the line art, and then also how it looks inside, like how I shade it and everything. I really, really like it. I also really, really like the way that I shaded the outfit, Musa's outfit for the next one, but I didn't finish it, and I actually like the way that it looks unfinished. I always felt that I had to finish every sketch that I did, and then I watched an artist, I don't know her name, I'm so sorry, I don't know her name. If I'm willing, I will put it here. I will put what artist, and she doesn't finish her drawings sometimes, and they still look very good. So I was like, I'm gonna do the same. Then this page I really like. The girl that is on the cloud is inspired by Gretluski, and I will be talking about her later on. So yeah, I really like it. For instance, this girl, and I've done it more times, has this weird angle where I think it was Sabrina Carpenter, where she's taking, it doesn't really look like her, she's taking a selfie, and those angles, trying out those angles, it was so much fun. And again, I did it with this, which I cannot erase and I cannot practice for it, so it's way more fun and a very good way to learn. And for some reason, I've always really liked to do the before and after drawings. I used to do them since I was very young, so that's this. I don't really like it, but I also wanted to practice anatomy and to make it look good. And I'm so proud of this page. Like, if my version that was doing the other sketchbooks from like my last video from like the worst sketchbooks saw this, she would be amazed. If she saw this whole sketchbook, she was like, we did that? That's amazing. I love that. I'm so excited to be there, I'm so excited to be at that point where I can draw like this, and I really like this. I don't think they're perfect. Some of them I don't truly like, but I really like the way that this page looks. And then I did another one. This one is not as cool, but I still really like it. This one is the other one that has that weird angle where she's taking a selfie from the top, and then this one is also someone is looking at her from the top. This one I wanted to do a realistic one, but more laid back, so I wasn't so worried about it looking perfect. I just wanted to use the color pencils and enjoy the process. This one I hate. I think it's with crayons, and then these random drawings are also with crayons. And then flowers with that brush pen that I really like, and then even more brush pen drawings. Then here is Chloe. I wanted to do like an alter ego, even though alter egos don't really work for me because I don't know, I don't like feeling like I'm being someone else, or I'm identifying with someone else. I rather identify with like the version of me. So like if I need to be very confident, or if I needed to be on stage or whatever, which I don't, but I would be like, oh, I'm the on stage version of Alex, so I can be like the alter ego, but like without the alter ego. This is Sabrina Carpenter. I think it does look like her, or I don't know. I can tell because I know that outfit and the hair and everything. And I get so inspired by Sabrina Carpenter because I really like the way that her highlighter looks. I really like the way that her hair looks, and she always looks good in my drawings. I don't know. And then the top thing, I was trying to like practice a landscape that I would draw on my dad's water bottle. Then a lot of these girls, I think they're Bella Hadid. A lot of these outfits, and I'm pretty sure this is Bella Hadid. And yeah, then more girls. Then this one again, when I was younger, I was obsessed with drawing, like getting ready and doing the hair and everything, and I used to draw comics, which I don't do now anymore, and I really enjoyed it. I really like the bottom ones. They don't look perfect, but I really like the way that they look like simplified. And then a random girl that I also really like. I don't know, with the pens, with like the brush pens, I just really like the way that the drawings end up looking, even though they're not that good or amazing. I just really like the way that they end up looking. I also used ballpoint pen, and I really like it. I used like pink, and then for the shadows purple, and I think it looks really cool, even though the drawings didn't really look very cool. Then these pages were an attempt to do like caricatures, like if I were to draw people in like the street, how it would be. And this one is Hailey Bieber. I don't think you can tell, so I don't know how good I am at that. Then this one I really enjoyed. It was so much fun to do it. It's not truly completely realistic, and I wasn't trying to do it completely realistic. And I posted it because I really like it. And I posted it as a short, you can see it. And somebody commented like, because the post was basically like me drawing pretty girls because I don't, for my drawings to automatically look good. Which, like, the phrase itself, like the sentence itself, it implies that I'm not that good, and that's why I'm drawing pretty girls, so my drawings look good automatically, even though they're not that good. So it kind of implies it. And then this person ranted about how, no, you actually need fundamentals, and you need to improve, and the highlights are to this or to that. And I'm like, what really bothered me about that was, why are you assuming I'm not trying to improve? Like, why are you assuming I'm not studying the fundamentals? Why are you assuming I'm not trying harder and harder and to get better? And I remember I also got one of those on TikTok, somebody saying like, you're very good, but keep on practicing, and you get better. And it's like, what were you expecting? Like, I picked, I don't think I can improve. I'm not actually going to even practice. I'm perfect. My drawings are perfect, so I don't have to do anything else anymore. They're amazing. No, like, obviously I'm going to improve. That really bothers me. It's like, of course I'm going to improve, Like, are you trying to say that my drawings are bad? But in a way that it's more covert? Because what the heck? Like, obviously I'm going to keep on trying, and I'm going to keep on learning the fundamentals. And then also, like, now I can see that her nose is too small, like disproportionately small. And honestly, I'm not a big fan of realism, even though I do it, and I think it really helps me to improve and to practice and to improve so many things. Like, drawing realistically really improves a lot of things. Even though you might not like drawing realistically, I would recommend everyone draw realistically, because it improves so many things that you don't even realize that you're improving. But also, I don't want it to be like photorealistic. I never want that to be my style. It has no life. It only impresses non-artists. And yeah, I would rather have, like, there's this artist on TikTok that her the way she draws, it's kind of realistic, but it's kind of distorted. Like, it doesn't look completely realistic. The proportions aren't completely perfect, but they're very, like, peculiar to her. But I don't think she does it on purpose. It's just the way that it comes out for her, and I really like that. It's not like completely realistic. You could be like, oh, these proportions are not good, the fundamentals, whatever, but it looks nice. So that's more of what I want to get to. And I really like this drawing. Like, yeah, her nose is too small, the hair is not realistic at all, there's probably a lot of more mistakes, but I really like it. And I'm not saying it's perfect. Like, that was the thing. Like, I wasn't saying it was perfect on that video. I was like, drawing pretty girls, so it automatically looks good. Like, it's assuming already that they're not that good, but it automatically looks good because they're pretty girls. Anyways, it was very funny. Now, these are some random pages with, like, paint on them that I used because I had extra paint and I didn't want to throw it away because I felt like it was a waste. And I'm so glad that even these pages now are so much better than the pages that I used to do with extra paints. Like, they look almost like a painting. I mean, not all of them are as good as the other, but they look like a painting. And before they didn't. They looked just bad. And now I ended up making them even pretty. So I was so proud. I remember when I did the one that looks like an octopus and stuff like that. I was so proud. I was like, oh my goodness, I've come such a long way that even the ones with random paint, still look good. Then I did these soft oil pastel paintings, and actually this paper works very good for soft oil pastels. I could use it for soft oil pastels because even though it's not that great quality, it worked really nice, and I really like the way that they looked. Then I tried perspective, and yeah, I don't think it's good. Like, now it looks kind of cool. I'm not so judgmental, but when I drew it, I was like, it's awful. And I mean, it's not that good, to be honest, but I also don't really like drawing buildings and stuff, so just, maybe finding that style where it's not truly realistic and not truly perfect, but it's my style of drawing buildings when I want to draw buildings would be fun. Then this is actually using my sketchbook as a sketchbook because this was kind of like the thought process or what I wanted to do for a drawing that I then put on my wall because I wanted to put it on my wall. I ended up having too much space because I had to do it. I was practicing it for it vertically, but I had to do it in the end horizontally, so I had more space and I added a girl. I did this with felt tips, with like markers, and I wanted to do it like use markers but in a paint way, so that like layering and like blobs. And I actually really like how it ended up looking, even though I didn't finish it because it bled through the eye. If you see the eye, it's like half black, and it's because it bled. So I was like, I'm giving up. But I really like how it ended up looking still. And now we get to some of my favorite pages. So these are inspired on Gret Lusky. I've already named her, and this is where I'm going to be talking about her. You probably, if you know her, you probably could tell that I was inspired by her. I was inspired by her and by Static Wool, I think it's her name. I really like the way that they do spreads and the way that they make it cohesive and like spread looking together, and the way that their sketchbooks look, it's so nice, and it's so easy to do. Actually, it's not that hard. It looks hard, it looks like wow, it's amazing, and it's honestly very easy to achieve that look. So basically what I did was I first drew the girl. Well, I took the washi tape because I have a lot of washi tape that I don't use, and I'm like, you know what, I better use it in my sketchbooks. And I really like like picking up washi tape and then being like, okay, what could be the theme, and then using it for a spread of 2 pages. And I drew the first girl with her outfit, and I really liked it, and I really liked her, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna draw her again, and I drew her again, and then I drew her with her boyfriend and more like random smaller pictures that I really like. Also taking inspiration from Pinterest, even though this is not a girl from Pinterest, it was like from my idea. I took like the poses and the one with the boyfriend also from Pinterest, and I really liked it. And then the thing is just I added the washi tape, I added some like sparkles and random stuff, and the squares or circles behind the characters, and then the washi tape, and then squares with lines so it would look like the washi tape, and I'm obsessed. I want my sketchbooks to look like this, so I'm really going to keep on doing this, because I would normally do this. I would normally do a girl, like draw different girls, but I wouldn't put it together. I wouldn't, you know, stick it together with like the way that it looks behind it. And so yeah, I want to do it more with the black and white sketches or like drawings that I've shown you through this whole sketchbook. I do like how they look cohesive, and they do look like a spread because they're all the same, and then there's flowers in between and stuff like that. So in that way, that's fine. I feel like those are fine. I don't need to make them even more cohesive because they already are cohesive as they are, and I like them. But yeah, when I draw things like this, I do want it to do it like that, like this. And then the next page, I even like it, so I like it even more. So I said that this paper is really bad quality. So like the first page is stuck to the other page, and then like the second page is like 3 pages stuck together because I was so scared that it would bleed onto the drawing that I did with like the boyfriend. And I was like, I like this so much, I don't want it to bleed through. And honestly, I love these pages so much. I love her character. I'm talking about the previous one. I love her character. And it was so random. I drew her so randomly, and I really like it. And also, I was using alcohol markers. I haven't used alcohol markers in a very long time because I didn't really like them, because I thought about because I was using them as like just alcohol markers and blending with alcohol markers. But I actually think that as a base, they work so nice. I would usually do that with like watercolor or gouache or other art supplies, but I didn't think about, oh my goodness, I can use alcohol markers as the base, and I really like it because it looks so professional when it's a base like that. While with watercolor, it can look not as opaque and not as perfect, but you can still get very nice looks with watercolor. But then you need watercolor paper, and yeah, I really like how it's looking. So, and I really like how it looked. So I'm definitely going to use it more. And I use alcohol markers, but I also found another brand from the shop Action. They're very cheap and they work very well too. So I'm definitely going to be using them more, which is something I didn't expect, honestly. And I really like that I can use them and then use color pencils on top, because color pencils is one of my favorite art supplies. So yeah, I have so many color pencils as well. And this one is like purple because I chose the washi tape, and I chose the purple washi tape theme. So that's why I went for purple. I love her character design. I love her eyes. They are very like different shades of brown, even though you cannot really tell. And I love her. I loved how I did her, and also I ended up also giving her a boyfriend, and I love it. I love how it looks. I love how cohesive it looks. I drew a black cat. It's the most horrible thing you've ever seen, but yeah, I really like it, and it's so easy to make these spreads, and they look so good. They look so good. I love them. I do think it looks better if I do it with 2 colors than with 1, but we shall see, because I will keep on doing this because I really like it. Then these last 2 pages, I kept on going with the theme of the purple theme, and I drew this girl. I really like her outfit, and I really like drawing it in the process. And then I quickly did this one, so like the other page bled onto this one, so there's the bleeding of the other page, but I just wanted something quick and cute, and I like it. It's not my best work, but I like it, and it's just the last page because the other pages I'm not going to use, and I don't have anything on the back pocket. And that's this notebook, that's this sketchbook done. It took me from like November to February, so very few months because of those sketches with the brush pen, and I really like it, and I'm so excited to keep on doing those spreads with cohesive. And yeah, I really liked it, and I hope you enjoyed it, and it inspired you in any way, especially if you've seen my worst sketchbooks and now seeing this one, it might be inspiring, like wow, I could also improve so much. But anyways, I will see you back with my next video. I hope it's not a sketchbook. I feel like I want to do art tips again, but for like very beginners, so things that will improve your art but being a beginner, because obviously my level is not a level that I could teach very professional people. So anyways, see you next time. Thank you for liking, for subscribing, and for commenting, and yeah, bye.